All right, this was the, damn it, that was the line that went to the carb, so we're going to leave that there. We're going to replace this petcock. I've already put the new fuel line up there on the tank. We'll have to cut that down to size, but let's remove this old petcock that's on here, replace it with a new one. Grab one out of my goodie box here. Let's see. That's not it. That's not it. Maybe it's in this guy here. Probably is in this one. Alright, here we go. And we have a new fuel filter. Okay. Got me a new filter. Ah, boy. Grab my big snips. I don't like to play games. I like scissors. Just get the job done. Let me grab an 8mm real fast. I got a ratchet head 8. That should do the trick here. Just slap that on there. If I can get it. Gonna go on there. There you go. Alright. Should undo pretty easily. There's a bolt behind this. Make sure we keep that bolt and get rid of this entire system here. This is just garbage. Take off that one vacuum line if I can get it. There we go. Get rid of that whole setup. Install a new petcock here. So this is where that vacuum line goes, right there on the back. Gotta make sure we got the in, out. Yes, okay. So make sure I got this right before I slap this back on here. Alright, get on there. Oh, there we go. Okay. That should be good. I'll put that bolt back up there with that screw. And all we should need is a carburetor and some fuel. And this bugger should start up. So, let me get this situated here, gentlemen and ladies, if you're watching. You never know. Alright, so I do want to run a filter. Actually, you know what? I don't care, right? This is just a fuck around and find out scooter. I really don't care. We're not going to run a filter. I think that'll make things more interesting. Cut that right there and put that right on the boot. Let's go. Right? We're fuck around and find out certified. Get on there. There you go. Brand new performance fuel line. Okay. That should steer clear of the spring. Awesome. All right. And if I have to, guys, I will replace the carb, the one that feeds the carb, but it still feels like it's in fairly good condition. It's holding nicely. It's still pliable, so we should be able to put gas in this tank now, and we should be good to go. What I am going to do, though, is put a zip tie up here to hold this away from that shock tower structure before we put it back together. So, yeah, all right, eliminated. That's all hooked up how it should. Let's tighten this guy down now if we can. Let's tighten her down if we can. My objective is not to throw too many new parts of this thing. We just want it to run and do things, right? That's the idea. Run and do things. All right. So, get that zip tie I was talking about real fast. I like to do things properly, and I don't want a shock to, like, break loose, or I don't want the fuel line to make contact with that shock, because then it has a opportunity to pinch that fuel line while I'm riding it, and I don't need open fuel. So just a little bit, just like that. Just gonna keep it away from that shock tower. Like so. There we go. Cut the excess off. And I believe all this scooter needs now is a carburetor, and it should run. Make sure the tires are still holding air. Yes, they are. Good to go. So, peeps, all we're waiting on now is a carburetor, and then I'll go down and put some fuel in this bugger, and it should fire up. And then after that, we'll take it for a ride. We'll see what kind of speed it gets. If I have to, it's not running good, I'll drill this carb and we'll remove the jets out of it, because these are the jets that came on it. And if they function how they should, and this ran like it should on these jets, then I'll switch these jets over to the new carburetor to make sure that it's going to function the same way. So, but outside of that, all the fuel lines are good. The vacuum lines seem to be in good shape. Everything else seems to be in good shape. I'm not going to tamper with things I don't have to until I get it running. So, yep, should be good to go. And for those of you guys wondering, I'm not going to tear the whole back half of the scooter. We're going to the new carb, when it comes in, I'm just going to cut the 2 wires that go to it and directly connect them to this, because I don't want to remove. That's way too much work just to get this thing running. So I'll just direct wire these to the new carb when it comes in. That way we don't have to tamper with things, extra things that are not necessary. So, yep, but should be good to go. We've replaced that whole fuel assembly now, and now we're just waiting on the nitrous kit to come in. I think the CVT belt is in good shape. Let me check the clutch. I think I can feel the belt moving a little bit in there. Yeah, I feel it riding on the belt. Okay, so the belt's still in shape. Tire's not locked up. Yeah, we should be good to go. All right, well, there's that. That takes care of all that, folks. So, there you go. All that new fuel line has all been redone. And should be able to add gas to the tank now. All this is ready to have the new carb installed in there, and we do have power. Everything's starting to function now. Even the horn. Turn signals. There we go. Oh, they're very, these switches are very worn out, but they're starting to work now. There we go. Brake light. Excellent. All right. So, I think all we need now is a carburetor, and she'll go. That's the hope. So that was part 2. Like I said, as soon as the carb comes in, I'll slap it on there. I think the belt's working how it should, so shouldn't take too much to get this thing going. And honestly, like I said, it shouldn't even need a battery. I'm going to leave that battery in there, because once I kickstart it, right, it should start running. But it needs the battery to complete the connection, because there's AC and DC current going on. So it needs the battery to stay connected for all the lights and everything to work. So we'll just leave it on there. But yeah, outside of that, should be ready to go as long as there's no valve or major engine problems. I'm hearing tons of compression, so it's got a lot of compression. So it should be good. There you go.